Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final episode of Beantown vs. Big Apple Sports for this semester. I'm your host, Nico Levasseur, joined once again by my co-hosts Reed Becker and Alex Green. Today we'll be discussing the Brooklyn Nets and the Boston Celtics as the NBA playoffs are underway. Starting with the Nets, Reed, how will having Kyrie and KD back impact the Nets' seeding for the playoffs?
Yeah, so the Nets getting both Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant back as full-time players will instantly make them title contenders to come out of the Eastern Conference. The only question I have for Brooklyn is the absence of Ben Simmons, which I believe will have them come, which will hurt them. I'm sorry, come time when they'll have to play tougher teams in the playoffs in a seven-game series because they don't need him to shoot, and they could sub him out first when they're going to foul him, but they really could use him for the defense because he's probably one of the best defensive players they have on the roster, and he can just get to the basket and finish at the rim. Uh, I also will have Brooklyn in my top three teams that can come out of the Eastern Conference, along with Boston and Miami. I know people had been saying about Milwaukee, but I think Milwaukee is a team that Cleveland and Golden State are outliers. I don't think Milwaukee's built to do it all again, and it's very rare we see teams go back to back like that.
Yeah,
And they're not the same team in my mind.
yeah, it is very rare to see teams go back to back. For the Nets, having Kyrie and KD, excuse me, will definitely be a big help. Kyrie was originally thought that he would be only able to play on the road games with the vaccine mandate in place in New York, but that's lifted, so the Nets are definitely a bigger threat to come out of the East than they would have been if just KD was active.
Yeah, I have to agree with Reed. I think the Nets having both Kyrie and KD back will improve their chances of winning the championship. Moving on, Alex, what is the latest with Rod Williams and how will his injury impact the Celtics in the playoffs?
Yeah, so for the Celtics, it was unfortunately announced, a couple weeks ago that Rob Williams will miss about 4 to 6 weeks with a torn meniscus, and that ETA as of right now will bring him back in about the second round of the playoffs. There's optimism that he could return for the first round, but if they're playing a team that could beat without him, there's no rush in my opinion to bring him back. My confidence level in the Celtics going far and how far they go really depends on what seed they have. Right now, the Celtics are the two seed, but that could easily change depending on the outcomes of the final two games of the season. They could range anywhere from second to fourth, and if they had to play a team like Brooklyn as a two seed coming out of the play-in as a seven seed, I'm not really confident in their ability to win that series or potentially go far in the playoffs. So it really all depends on just matchups for me. The Celtics, obviously, we know what Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown can do. They've both been playing at an MVP type level this season. Jason Tatum has at least, and then for the Celtics, it's really just who else is going to step up. You have Marcus Smart, Al Horford, who have both been playing solid these past couple of months, and then Derek White as well. They really need him to step up and be that sixth man they really traded for when they traded him from San Antonio.
Yeah, I think with the Celtics, as I said, they're one of the top three. I think they could easily come out of the East. I think Brooklyn, after what I saw with them do against the Knicks last night, I'm still not totally sold on their defense, but I still have them there as well in the top three. But one thing about the Celtics is that they have the best defensive rating in the NBA right now, in front of Phoenix and Golden State. So the old saying is defense wins championships. Boston has that in their DNA right now.
They definitely do.
Yeah, I really hope the new addition to the Celtics roster can get them go far and help them go far in the playoffs. And I'm excited to see how some of the bench players perform in the playoffs. That's all the time we have for today. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in this semester and make sure to join us for more episodes in the fall.